to chase the sun and the moon and stars, to chase after the spirits of all the myths and the teeming wilds. Here we are, so strange, a natural inhabitant is constantly looks within oneself and says where and why. Who am I? Who am I when all of this is mine? Who am I? When all of this and all these measures would tell you who you are if you saw yourself greatly enough and strongly enough and lovingly enough. Scarcely any stretch of earth could be silent as to who you are and who your people are. That never a blade of grass or a tiny bug flitted across some carpet in some room where some heinous exchange was taking place, but that your spirit dwelled there. And the spirit of all that was great and true never needed to ask or beg to grow and live and teem. And you could find its place fair enough away from what is evil. Whales, I believe, can cross into the next realm. The only whaling ships that ever get whales that offer themselves to them, because the royalty of the world love to hunt flesh. They hunt and kill. They're the ones that keep the abattoirs as painful as possible. That our food supplies and our labor should always be entwined with such and so much agony by a cultured people that, at worst and at best, think that it is their ultimate calling to run our lives. But that these cows and these chickens and these pigs and these whales and even our own children give ourselves to them in a way that perhaps we hope that if we can give ourselves to them, then someone else might be saved, because they want so much of our flesh and blood. And the world tells us that it wants something from us. And if you don't give the world what it wants, what happens to you? I want to give my children what they want. I want to give my mother what she wants. I want to show her that if you don't want the right things, and if you want out of a feeling like you're less than and unworthy for something as stupid as the economic and fashionable world of the average fucking demon, then you'll never get what you want. But give up this falsity, and everything you want lays about you. Don't you think my mother's lucky to have me around? Don't you think I'm lucky to have her? To have these hours, these moments of quiet, away from people, away from cunts and morons and dubious fucking creatures. Everywhere you go, this is where I have. Why do people go away from people? Why do we have homes? Why do royalty have vast estates, and the only time they're around you, they're putting on an act, and then they can always creep off very far away from you? Why? Because nobody wants to be around you unless they're fucking getting something out of it by being something that they're not. I watch people, I've seen people of different ages and economic backgrounds who, when they're around me or around other people, they immediately go into a different excited state. And you'll see their dogs will start barking because there's something wrong. The dog is protecting me from them. Something's wrong, something's wrong. My master has just changed into a demon. And you'll see people come into coffee shops and they'll just change their whole demeanor. They're living. I can't believe this is only my first joint. Anyway. This episode. Yeah, so life has been pretty good. Lately, and it's turning out nicely. I worked really hard for it. I was like, it's gonna pass, it's gonna get better. Yeah, nobody can really get over here. I'm gonna go over and see the Vesica Pisca in an hour or two. Probably should get going soon. It's probably actually not past 12. It's probably past 1 or 2 right now. I've done a fair day. There's nothing else to really do. Feel good. Feel pretty good. We'll see how things go. Got some stones here. picked up in the past. La dee da dee da dee. Let's see. Put you down in that grass lid. The grass lid, man. Let it live. Oh, I totally wanted to hit that, but it didn't do. Look at the gold green energy off of these pine needles. Sun just soak it up. Now the sunny clouds coming over it, but it's okay. That'll pass in a moment, and then I shall start pretty soon. It's good. There's people all day. I saw Liz on the other side, but she was turning around pretty quickly when I was walking past the Vesica Pisca, and there's this basically ornithologist. She was just, you know, and just turning away. And I sort of pretended like I didn't really see, what was sitting there. Like I didn't make it myself. It's not perfect, but it's like if you look at it, you can just see it too. As I was looking at it in the sand, I just kind of saw two overlapping circles. I thought I just keep putting a few stones around here. Kind of, I'm just pulling something out that's already there. And I tried making a huge Vesica Pisca once out here, and I got attacked by a couple of local sexual predators while I was out there. And they've been stalking me for 2 or 3 years now, and but I keep them at a distance. I don't talk to them, and then the river came and sort of took making another one. The river came and took that. So it's like I remember hurting myself pretty badly actually. I healed with these big fucking stones, right? And it's like, whoa, you just hurt yourself. So I don't make those big things so much anymore, but then it's just making little things, smaller scale, and found some big branches today to make a pentacle over there. Just a nice feeling. And then when anyone starts traipsing over here, they'll get to see them. And sometimes, they're young people, they'll come and see something and they'll just destroy it, turn it into firewood. And other people they'll just they'll add to it. So some people have added like a circle to it, and then other people